guys getting sleepy from lunch yet? Yay! All right, so I'm with New Alchemy. There's a number of New Alchemy people in the crowd, I think, right? So look for them, because they're going to be the ones laughing at all my bad jokes coming up. So beyond funding, right? What can we do beyond funding with your ICO? Let's look at the market up till now. $26.5 million is currently the average raise for most ICOs. So the real question is, what are you doing here talking to me? You should be doing an ICO, right? Just go, money, get rich, Lambos, right? But the reality is that there are some trends that we're starting to see that are making the ICO market a little crowded. Hard caps are starting to decline, average raise. We're starting to see more ICOs not succeeding and closing without reaching their caps and actually returning their funds. And a lot of this is because they don't have their token story quite ready. So let's talk about why people should be doing an ICO. It's just more than funding. It's about building community, right? That's what decentralization is all about. So making your ICO be more than just a funding campaign can be really, really powerful. It can be a customer acquisition campaign. It can be a community building campaign. It can be creating the network that's going to make your business succeed over time. Of course, it's also about decentralization. You can't do an ICO without using blockchain technology, and blockchain technology is all about decentralizing. So, of course, ICOs are about decentralization, and they're also about tokenization. Tokenizing. So what does that mean? What is tokenization? How does a token become something? Well, there's different reasons why companies have tokenized and different models of tokenization. One is to realize value, extract value from your business that couldn't otherwise be extracted. A good example is, and these are all ICOs that I have. It's not over there, it's only over here, okay. These are all ICOs that I've been personally involved with. So Air Token is by a company called AirFox, and Air Token is an ICO that allows participants in a cellular network to watch advertisement or participate in surveys, and by doing that, they can earn microtransactions in the Air Token, save those tokens, and then trade them for cellular data time. This is allowing parts of the world that are underserved in the data world to actually access that important communication mechanism. Be really, really, really difficult to do those tiny little transactions with something other than a token. Eliminating the middleman. This is really what decentralization is all about, right? So one example, and there's many, is a company called Moonlighting. They're helping people in the gig economy process their payments without having a central middleman. And this is particularly important when those transactions are international, right? Funfair. This is by far my favorite ICO that I participated on. And for Funfair, one of the reasons to tokenize was settlement, speed, and trust. I don't know if you guys are familiar with what Funfair does. They are creating a platform for online gambling. And one of the current problems with the online gambling world today is that you might win, but if you win, getting paid is difficult and it takes a long time. Well, if the in-game currency is a token and you have it in your wallet, and when you win, the winnings hit your wallet automatically, well, that settlement is much, much faster, and you don't have to trust anybody because it's all being written in the blockchain. Interestingly enough, that's not the coolest thing about Funfair. There's more cool things. So if you want to talk about that, find me later, and I'll tell you all about it. I can talk about Funfair all day. So rewards behavior. So company LiveEDU, they just closed their ICO on Friday. We should be helping them mint today, actually. And they're building a network of educators that are creating content, and this decentralized network is rewarding certain behaviors like the creation of content or the consumption of content with the token economy. And another one is membership, having a decentralized and trusted or trustless, depending how you look at it, membership. And for this, I'm going to do a case study of an imaginary company. As the director of operation, I interview a lot of our strategic advisors. And at New Alchemy, we try to bring strategic advisors from all sorts of businesses and backgrounds. One of the people that I was interviewing recently had a background in the hospitality industry. So during the interview, we came up with the Lux token. And the Lux token is going to be for a chain of properties that are very, very exclusive. You know, we had already found ideal properties that people are going to want to stay at. We had chefs that are going to create amazing meals. And because we didn't have money to buy these properties, again, this is all imaginary, but don't steal my idea, we decided to fund the ICO, and the main purpose of the token was to provide membership. So in order to stay at these awesome locations, you had to hold 1,000 Lux tokens in your wallet, and that's how you were going to prove membership. So during launch day, or at launch day, there will be 3 properties with a total capacity of 300 guests. We sold 1 million tokens, so they're all in circulation. So theoretically, we have 1,000 possible guests, and by using a decentralized blockchain, owners of the Lux token can prove their membership, and they can stay at the property. So one problem with that, if you're not looking at your token mechanics closely, and you're not looking at the economic model of your token overall, is that if I only have 1,000 members possible, and I have 4,000 days of average consumption, 96% of the time my hotels are going to be empty, which is not a good economic model. And we have our anonymous Lux guest here complaining about how she only stays at the Lux properties twice a year, and she doesn't want to sell it because she wants to use it, but what can she do? Well, we came up with another part of the token mechanics, which is let's not just have people hold their token in their wallets. Let's create a token mechanic that allows for the rental of those tokens, right? So if you own the Lux token, you can rent it for a week, let's say, and now somebody else can use that membership for that period of time. And I go from having 96% of my rooms not being used to the hotels being booked for the next 3 years, and now we're going to open 10 more properties, which is going to increase the demand for the Lux token. And our guests are happy because not only are they staying there all the time with their friends, but they're being able to generate revenue otherwise. So that's an example, imaginary example. And she did get the job, by the way, so that was good. Why is tokenization difficult? Tokenization is not simple because it involves many, many different disciplines. It involves economics, it involves game theory, it involves a true understanding of blockchain technology and understanding what is and what isn't possible. There's other reasons beyond just the multidiscipline element. Is my token a security? And is that bad? Or is that good? Or what do we have to do? Some tokens are, some tokens are not, some tokens will be, and I guarantee you that some tokens are going to become some sort of financial instrument that we haven't even imagined yet. And more important, tokenization requires that you don't deviate from business basics. There's competition, the product market fit, there's customer acquisition, there's having a true business model and a real business plan, and all those elements have to be part of your ICO. They can't just be magical fairy dust that you sprinkle, and all of a sudden you're going to fund a company that's going to be successful for a long, long time. And I want to leave you guys with a thought about tokenization. And it kind of goes in line with what some of the other speakers have talked about today. I want you to imagine a world where a farmer in Argentina, a student in Africa, a businessman in Ireland, or a nurse in Canada can all realize value from the same asset. Whether it's real estate in New York City, whether it's intellectual property in Germany, or something else. To get there, there's a lot of work to be done. And if we collaborate, if we work together, if we're smart, and we do the hard work to roll up our sleeves, we can help future generations really live in this world, which can be more than just a wonderful dream. So, New Alchemy, That's why we're here. We offer blockchain technology, game theory. We have a lot of strategic advisors, including one that comes from the hospitality industry. We do contributor relationships, security audits, and we can market your ICO from end to end. We have a booth outside, and we'll be available for the duration of the conference. So thank you.